do it.
All right, Money in the Bank. We like the Money in the Bank. I don't even mind it being its own. I know we talk about the gimmick matches shouldn't be a pay-per-view every year, but I like this one being that because it's got a prize, right? And it's a prize that can be year-round. They don't have to immediately – they can wait, strike when the iron's hot, right? They don't have to immediately pay off with it. So this one doesn't bother me as much as like a Hell in a Cell or an Elimination Chamber or a – right? Like I like this idea where Money in the Bank's yearly. If you're not going to do it, like it's always at Mania, that have its own pay-per-view.
I just wonder because last year, if you recall, they did the 2 matches at the same time, right? It was the climb to the top.
Yeah,
and they did the men
that was really
and women.
weird.
Well, but you did it once. So do you like? Is that the Money in the Bank match?
I don't think
is
so.
where we do.
I think
mean,
we're
why
gonna
not?
get 2 Money in the Bank. No, I think as a matter of fact, I'm gonna read right here from WWE.com, and it looks like they're booking it as 2 separate matches. So let's get into some predictions here. Let's talk. Yeah. Raw Tag Team Championships are on the line. AJ Styles and Almost versus the Viking Raiders. I mean, like, this isn't terrible. I just.
I don't know. Here's the thing. AJ and Amos are not doing enough stuff to where I dislike them. They're just doing superficial things that says, oh, I'm supposed to not like them. And the Viking Raiders
making fun of people and shoving people is not, again, what we talked about, the sub-level.
Yeah. It's not dastardly. It's not
do that in the supermarket.
Yeah, it's not Ethan Page taking the hook of the turnbuckle into someone's mouth or whatever it is, you know?
I push kids on the playground all the time. I don't care.
I do it on a Tuesday. Watch me on a Tuesday. I will be pushing kids off of slides. But then the Viking Raiders aren't. Look, I think their characters are ruined after what they did with the Street Profits at the start of the pandemic. With we do bowling and we eat chicken wings and stuff. Fuck your characters. You can never come back from that. You guys are bitches. Fucking come up with something new. Because what they're doing now just looks like fucking LARPing.
Bitches, he said.
They are. I would fucking smack the taste out of their mouth if they walked up to me with that fucking paint and all that shit in the version that they are now. Because they're fucking soft.
One of them's like a fucking Trumper 5G conspiracy theorist.
The real stuff. Fuck them. But I'm saying like the characters. If those characters walked up to me now, I'd be like,
they're comedy characters.
Yeah, fuck out of here, fat
They're the
guys.
Bushwhackers 2.0.
Perfect. That is a perfect analogy. Man, great job. And so I just don't like them. Because
everybody could tweet me at The Awesome Voice on Twitter. Tell me how great that was, like Tom did. Feel free. I will like it. I might retweet it.
Which one's the Trumper?
You have to ask Justin. He knows. But I think it's the bald one.
Ah, damn it.
He's got the guy that looks like the tattoos where you're are those racist?
Yeah. He's the one married to the old wrestling girl. She's not old, but she used to work for WWE and then she got fired.
Yes, but then who's Nikki Cross? She's with Killian Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. All them Irish Vikings are all, all the
Irish
and the Vikings. They're all mixing it.
Yeah, all those
look, I think AJ Styles and Almost still win.
Oh, yeah, a pick. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Yeah. AJ and Almost.
I mean, I can see the Viking Raiders with a tag team title.
Nah, they're going to have
They're not going to beat Almost. They're going to have Almost be.
Yeah.
They think, again, if they think they're going to this Marvel style, like superstar characters that jump off the screen, Almost is going to be shoved down our throats worse than Braun Strowman was.
Yeah. Almost is good. They're going to lose the tag team championships as soon as they decide to do Almost versus AJ Styles.
By December of 2022, Almost will have had a world title run.
Mark it. Yep, we're going to mark it.
And not deserve it. Like, everybody will hate it.
Of course.
Everybody will be like, boo this.
Yeah.
And it'll just go on. Raw Women's Championship is on the line. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair in a why do we care about either of these? Like, they both hate each other and they're both mean to each other. Why do we care that the Mean Girls are fighting?
Double knockout. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to watch this match. I hate it.
Ring the bell. They both punch each other. Knockout. Count of 10. It's over. Let's go.
It's over. I'm not going to watch this. I do not care if you tweet me and say, did you check out the Charlotte did a 368.50 splat? I don't fucking care. The story is insulting. It's stupid. It's meaningless. I am not going to watch it. Therefore, fuck this match. I really hate it. This is the worst thing in wrestling. This storyline is this again. If we're doing the pendulum, if Hangman and Kenny Omega and the Roman Reigns head of the table storyline is over here, Charlotte and Ripley and then Nikki Cross as a superhero is over here. Just, that's the opposite ends of the spectrum.
All right. Well, let's. All right.
Who are you picking?
Charlotte.
Ah.
I think they're going to be like, Rhea, you need some work. You're not going to be the one to run. And Charlotte will be able to hold the title. And Nikki, the superhero, is going to take her on.
I don't like it.
Oh, well, let's talk about the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women. We've got Zelina Vega. I don't know why. We've got Asuka. We've got Naomi. We've got Alexa Bliss. We've got Nikki Ash, which is a thing. We've got...
Hold up. What?
It's Nikki Ash. Nikki Cross's name is now Nikki Ash because Ash stands for almost a superhero. That's said on TV. Yeah. You just now...
So I heard the Ash, but I thought it was like the game Triple H. We're saying fuck the name Cross. It's Ash. Get the fuck.
Here, let me see what they've got written on here. They've got Nikki Ash with A.S.H. written on WWE.com right now. Right now.
I hate this company.
Nikki Ash.
That is insulting. That is
almost a superhero. Almost superhero.
Fucking
not even almost. It would be A.S.H. if it was almost super. But anyway, Liv Morgan, and then Tamina, and Natty. This is almost like when you learned that Ziggler and Rude were named the Dirty Dogs.
That was still the dumbest fucking thing. This is the same level of stupidity. What in the fuck? The Dirty Dogs. Good God. What is that, an STD they caught? Liv Morgan I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
So, Bayley gets hurt. So then Bianca Belair needs an opponent. So they pluck Carmella out of the Money in the Bank to say, Carmella, you know what? We need a challenger. Fine. You versus Bianca Belair. And that's all fine. But then Liv Morgan pounds down the ring and says, hey, Sonya Deville, I deserve it. And she goes, you know what? All your hard work, you do. You get the replacement spot. And then Liv Morgan is like, oh, well, thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. Can I get $3 more, please? Can I get some food for the weekend?
Yeah, that's bad.
Fuck out of here. Like, you look like a piece of shit, Liv Morgan. Fucking, I hate this.
I think Nikki Ash is winning this.
Oh, who was it again? Asuka?
Zelina, Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Ash, Liv Morgan is another solid choice. And then the tag team champs.
I'm going Alexa Bliss. I think she's going to design it all up like a playground. We're going to sell those as lunch boxes.
I think they're going face. And I think it's either going to be Liv Morgan or it's going to be Nikki Ash. I think it's going to be Nikki Ash. She's going to have the Money in the Bank. She's going to like treat it like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're going to have Charlotte go on a run of being the evil queen with all of her fucking dress up, fucking Disney character, evil queens and shit. And
yeah, I'm going Alexa Bliss just because I think, what I hope at least, is that, let's say Charlotte wins, which again, I don't give a fuck. And she goes like, I'm the baddest bitch. And then just the dark cloud that hangs over her head is the Money in the Bank and the creepy girl in the corner that's just behind her and all the promos and all that stuff. And they run with that for a while. But I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, let's talk about the men's version of this. Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Matt Riddle, Ricochet, the most moisty superstar in all of WWE, Johnny Drip Trip, Big E, Kingsuke Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. This is a great crew of folks for this match. Don't get me wrong. The Drew McIntyre feels out of place, and so does Seth Rollins.
Drew McIntyre, what a fall from grace of this time last year. Like champion, oh my God, can't wait to see what Drew McIntyre does next, to now just cutting fucking Loch Ness Monster promos and talking about knives and shit.
Why do I care about personal property vandalism? They keep doing that. Sword breakings. Okay, well, now I'm going to break up your motorcycle. Do they have polling or data that would suggest that people get really furious when I see somebody else's property get damaged? I just get really mad about that, and I really care, and it makes me want to pay money to see somebody get their ass kicked. Where the fuck did they come up with this idea?
That you have no attachment to.
It feels like somebody fucked up Vince's car when he was younger, and he couldn't do anything about it, and now he feels like that's what a superhero does.
Yeah. Hey, AEW does it too. Remember the limo that the Inner Circle took out? Yeah, if you have no attachment to what the item is, who gives a fuck if it gets broke? I don't give a shit. Dude, here you go.
I assume Jinder Mahal has 5 fucking motorcycles. Like, I don't...
Yeah, what the fuck does he care about that one? Okay, let's go with picks, though. I'm going to say...
Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Matt Riddle, Ricochet, Johnny Drip, Big E, Kingsuke, and Seth. So, all right, I'm going to walk through some of these. Kingsuke. Nah, right? Already the king. Johnny Drip,
Corbin will take him out.
Johnny Drip, they're not going to do that. He's the second guy to the Miz all the time. He's not going to be a top guy.
Well, him and Ricochet will take each other out. So
Seth Rollins, I feel like they can plug him into a main event match anytime. So I don't see it unless he, like, lobbies for it. Ricochet, I feel like they're behind for some reason. I feel like a dark horse, but, you know, Drew, nah. Kevin Owens, nah. Riddle, I don't think he could have fun with it, but I don't. So I'm down to, like, Riddle, Big E, Ricochet, maybe Seth Rollins. I'm going to say Big E wins it.
I think Big E as well.
Yeah.
I think it could be fun depending on the placement of this match, what happens to Seth Rollins. I wouldn't be shocked if Seth Rollins costs Edge the match because he wanted that match against Roman, and then you fast forward to the Money in the Bank, and then Edge costs Seth Rollins the Money in the Bank because you've got my business. So that gets rid of Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins and Edge are going to do something. They keep on hinting at it with these promos and you haven't changed and I've never forgot, yada, 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 all that stuff. I think after you get through Edge for Roman Reigns, who the fuck else is there? And so I think you have to elevate someone, and I think the only guy really that's capable right now is Big E. So I'm going Big E. Now, I'm also going Big E for another reason. Let's say, breaking kayfabe here, internally, they go like, fuck, we are so fucked on Raw. What do we do? Well, Big E can either, one, avenge the loss of Kofi Kingston and go up against Bobby Lashley, because, this goes against anyone, or say, hey, fuck you, Kofi. You had your moment now twice. I want mine. And then they do something fun. So Big E can do either one.
All right, well, let's move into that WWE Championship match, Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston, because one of two things is happening here at the end of this match.
Ooh.
Xavier Woods is turning heel.
Ooh.
Or both Kofi and Xavier Woods are turning heel, with Kofi winning this match, and MVP is now leading the New Day on a heel run against Bobby Lashley.
Ooh.
One of those two things is happening, and I don't know yet.
Look at that little coffee store.
So either Lashley. The reason I don't think it's just Xavier Woods and he joins Lashley and MVP is because the Hurt Business isn't really like a faction now, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I think the New Day might turn heel now. MVP gives Lashley the old, well, bam, right? The old Tennessee testicle twister. And then he's now running the New Day as though Hurt Business style, right? And it's a new day.
Oh, and you could easily do that with Bobby Lashley's in a position of power to like maybe do a power slam or whatever his, Hurt Lock is or whatever. And for whatever reason,
got the Hurt Lock in and MVP comes up.
Well,
gives
no,
him the Ric Flair.
What I was thinking is, he gives Kofi the Hurt Lock, right? For whatever reason, and we all get confused, MVP just walks up to the apron and gets the ref's attention, and we're like, the fuck? And then Bobby Lashley throws Kofi to the ground and is like looking at MVP. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then Xavier Woods comes up underneath him and gets him the Kansas City punt. And then Kofi gets the win. And Bobby looks at MVP. He's like, what the fuck was all that about? And then Kofi and Xavier Woods put the boots to Bobby Lashley. Then they all stand over him. Ha ha ha. We got a new champ. Hurt Business is back in business.
Well,
New Day.
Because then the dynamic becomes, they said that the New Day never broke up. Like, they're just on different brands. So then Big E could be like, dude, what the hell, guys? You didn't talk to me about this. And be like,
what are you talking about? We're all
we didn't
successful.
talk to you. Like, you get it.
Well, no, just like, what are you talking about? We're all successful. You're the Money in the Bank champion. Kofi's the heavyweight champion. Isn't this great? We're all having fun.
Yeah.
And then Big E.
So those little seeds, and then we'll see. They said they'd never break up. But now Big E's like, to say your prayers and.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, again, or he could just go, they could do that on Raw, and then Big E could just do the.
Because think of the showdown. If Kofi's got the fucking title, they're now healed, they got MVP, and Big E's standing there with the Money in the Bank, and he's like,
himself.
hey, what? I thought we were like, you didn't tell me about this, and be like, oh, we didn't want to burden you. You had a big match, man. We didn't want you to thinking about our stuff. Like, and he's like, okay. And he's like looking at it, and then he's like looking at the title, and he's like, they could do some fun stuff. They won't.
Yeah, they also write Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte, so
she's gonna win cold. All right, Roman Reigns versus Edge. Now I can see Edge winning this. I think they want Edge to fucking have a title run. I think they do for fucking Fox, and I think like a short-lived. I could see it, but Roman Reigns.
I could see it. Yeah, Edge and Seth Rollins are doing some fun stuff, so they gotta hang out at SummerSlam fighting each other.
Well, so Seth Rollins could win the Money in the Bank. Edge could,
yeah, right. But then what would Roman do? Oh, do a 2-on-1 against both Usos.
Work on his plan to get back, right? Like he's got the head. You know what I mean? Like it's now his storyline to get back there, right?
Yeah, but I still think it's Roman.
Yeah, me
the
too.
Usos are interesting right now because the fuck do you do? Because they've done all of it,
and there's also the monkey wrench of legal cases on the backside.
You don't have to fucking discipline.
But you can always look, they're in and out half the time, so one can disappear for a while. It's fine.
Yeah. Or and you also can say, hey, you're punished, but you need to finish this out. We're gonna punish you in November, and then still do your fucking storyline.
Yeah, then you'll get your hog pen match.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, good callback. But yeah, no, I got Roman Reigns.
Right.
Roman Reigns ain't losing until Rock.
Wild card ass fun pick. Then what's the shocking, crazy thing that you're not expecting that's gonna happen?
Double knockout. Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. No.
All right, that's it. I want everybody to go to SmashDownTable.net. Click the shop now, buy this shirt, hit us up on Table Show, tweet the table. Tom, you got any parting words before we get the fuck out of here?
Just don't watch the Rhea Ripley Charlotte match. If you guys really hate it like you guys say you do and like I do, just don't support it. Don't talk about it. Ignore it. That's what gets people to change.
And somebody tell us what happened to the ketchup.
The Spanish Announce Table.